Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to week Bhakti Vriksha, week 59. So we are almost there. I think another few classes and we'll be done our a very big course we would have finished. So let's start our class today with prayers to Srila Prabhupada. I offer my respects to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who's very dear to Lord Krishna. O spiritual master, I offer my respects to you, your servant of your Guru, Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauri Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So let's begin from Nectar of Holy Name. Why it is so important, what is the benefit, and why we always stress on chanting Krishna's names. So it is said in scriptures that even if one is not educated, so educated means somebody cannot specifically, I mean, education can have a lot of meanings, but then here it is referring to that somebody cannot read or write. So when somebody cannot read, so it is obviously that that person cannot read the very important scriptures like Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have so many people who cannot read and understand what is written there. So it's for those kind of people. Here it is specified that even if one is not educated, even if somebody is illiterate, cannot read anything, he can still perfect his life simply by chanting Hare Krishna. So, what is the meaning of perfecting his life? Perfecting his life means that this human body we have got with so much of difficulty. It is not easy to get a human birth. So, when we got it, we need to make it perfect. We need to make the best use of that human life, and which is loving Krishna. And what will happen while loving Krishna? We will become free from the cycle of birth and death. So, perfection of human life means we become free from again and again coming back in this material world, taking birth, going through all the whole process of birth, death, old age, and disease. So that is why herein it is said that if you want to become free from this cycle of birth and death, that you must chant. But if somebody says that, oh, I don't know how to read, I cannot write, when I open the book, I can't understand anything because I've never studied, I've never read anything, I've not gone to school also. So for such people also, it is such a simple process. Like in previous yugas, people had to be very learned. They had to know the Vedas, Sanskrit. But in Kali Yuga, it is a very easy process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is you simply just chant Krishna's name. So perfection of human life will come simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is why again and again we stress the importance of how never even for one day we should miss chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Of also, it is very important to remember that it is we are not talking about any other mantra. So there are so many mantras, there's so many gods and demigods. We have so many um, mantras. I mean, I do. There's no time to mention all that, but then we are specifically saying you chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra because that is the only mantra which will free us from the cycle of birth and death. So, studying, if you cannot read, there's absolutely no problem. All you should do is how to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And I think that anybody can do it, even if somebody has never even touched a book, even if somebody has never opened a book, doesn't even know ABCD, still that person can become the greatest of Pandit. He can become, he can become the first class devotee, even if he's never opened a book, he doesn't even know any alphabet. Okay? So if any of you who cannot read, be confident that Krishna will take you back because you are constantly engaged in chanting his name. Okay, so we move on to our week 59, and we have been learning the qualities of a great devotee. We are learning 26 qualities, and out of which we have already covered. Anybody can tell how many have we covered till now? And can anybody tell a few of them, if not all eight? Any volunteers who can?
They're saying 4, 8.
Yes, eight. So we've already covered eight. Okay, so here in the chat, I have put all these which we have covered. So merciful is kind, peace loving, he does not pick quarrels, he does not fight with anybody. Truthful, he is always truthful, he always speaks the truth, he's equal to all. Whether it is human beings or animals, that person is equal to everybody. Faultless. Faultless means he does not see faults in other people. Like so many of us, we always want to talk about somebody, the other person's negative qualities. So such a person, such a great devotee, does not find fault. He thinks everybody is nice. Okay, so such a person is always very, very positive. He never finds fault in anybody. Then we see it is he's magnanimous, that is, he's very big hearted, very kind hearted, big hearted. Then we have mild, person is very soft and soft hearted, mild. And eighth was clean. So in that we understood that how it is important to keep body clean and also our soul clean. Body we keep it clean by taking bath and brushing and uh, everything, hand washing and everything. And how do we keep our soul clean? We keep our soul clean by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Because by chanting, we will become free from all the impurities like lust, greed, anger. So such things also make us unclean, right? When we are greedy or lusty or we have any negative quality within us, that also makes us bad person. That makes us dirty person. So if in case we want to clean ourselves, then we should be clean not only outside but also inside. Okay, so now we will do the next four qualities. So I'll just put it in chat. and then we will go ahead and explain, learn about them in detail. So, ninth quality is, sorry, I just renumber them because it's appearing as 1, 2, 3 again in my chat. Okay, yeah. So we have ninth quality as this person is without any material possession. So without any material possession is not that such a person is poor, but such a person, even if he has something, he is above all material things. Means like how a sadhu will be, like how even if you have money or some rich person who is not very proud of his possessions. So he might be having a car or he might be having three, four cars or a big bungalow and a farmhouse, lot of material and a lot of gold and money. But then it is not necessary that that person will be proud. So without material possessions. Then next is they perform devotional work for everyone. So they serve everybody. Performing devotional service for everybody means they want everybody to become Krishna conscious. They are working in such a way, their heart is so kind and merciful that they are trying their best to bring everybody into Krishna consciousness. Okay, and then uh, we have last as, sorry, not last, 11th, they are very peaceful, very, very peaceful. And last is they are completely surrendered to Krishna. Okay, so let's start them one by one. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually had six main disciples. Six. Okay. So he gave all his teachings to these six people, and they were not ordinary people. If Mahaprabhu has made disciple, they cannot be ordinary people, right? So out of these two, out of the six of them, there were two people known as Rupa Goswami. I'm just typing Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. Now these two people actually were in very high government positions. Like if you know some ministers, they were actually ministers in Muslim in those days when Mahaprabhu came. There was a rule of Muslim government. A lot of Muslims were running the country. So these two people, Rupa and Sanatan, they were as like I mean, they're working as ministers in at very high position. They were not an ordinary people, very high position post they were in that government. So we can also imagine that how much they would be very rich. They would be getting all luxuries, all kind of amenities, all kind of facilities because they were at very high position. But when they met Mahaprabhu and they understood the value of human life and that how all this is very temporary, so they gave everything up. Yeah. Actually, Raghunath, the second person we're talking about, Raghunath was actually, his father was also very rich. He was a very, he was a landowner, like Zamindar, what we say.
Who,
He's
Mataji?
still Raghunath.
Is Raghunath one of the six disciples or the father of
No, no,
Rupa Goswami?
sorry. I think I've just typed Rupa and Sanatan. I just type his name also. So the third disciple, Raghunath, Raghunath was the third disciple, and his father actually was a very famous zamindar, like a landowner. So I don't know if anybody or any of you have heard that how uh, even today in villages you will find zamindars, and they will give money to people. They're like money lenders. So Raghunath was the son of a very wealthy landowner. So all these three people that we've just heard, they're very, very, very influential, very wealthy people. However, when they came in touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that's a different story. So they became his disciples, and Mahaprabhu instructed them to spread Krishna consciousness. So they gave away everything. They gave up all their wealth. And then Rupa Goswami actually tells us something very, very important that all of us should remember. And that is, giving money doesn't mean that you distribute all your money and you become like zero. Like somebody can do that, if like all the saints, they can do that, who live there, who do not have family, or who want to give up their family life also, they can do. But somebody who's having family, having wife, children, how can you expect them to give money, right? So when you have this quality of material, giving up material possession, that means you have money, but you're not using it for your own sense gratification. You are using that money for spreading Krishna consciousness, or you are using that money in service of Krishna. So I will give you an example that suppose I have some 10,000 rupees with me. Just an example. So if I have some, say, 10,000 rupees with me, and so I have two choices. I can uh, do shopping with that money, or I can also donate that money. I can buy, say, Bhagavad Gita with with that money, and distribute it to people who cannot afford reading a book, who cannot afford reading Bhagavad Gita. Or I can also give it to some charity. Charity in the sense, charity is actually is where we can spread more of Krishna consciousness. So I have money, but I'm not attached to the money. So there would be people who have a lot of money, but they will keep it in their locker, and they will not give any charity. So this quality which we are talking about, this quality of a Vaishnava which we are talking about, is everything that is there in this material world is actually belongs to Krishna, because he's created everything. He controls everything. He is the main owner actually. He is just given to us something so that we can live a life comfortably. So since it belongs to Krishna, so everything must also be used in service of Krishna. For example, all of you are living in a house. So maybe, yes, as long as you're living in that house, you are comfortably enjoying beautiful house. But once you die, you will pass on that house to your children. You will not carry that house with you anywhere, right? Similarly, when your children grow up, they will also enjoy that house. And when they die, they will also pass it on to their children. So what we are trying to say is that We are not going to carry this property anywhere. That is why everything ultimately belongs to Krishna. Whether it is our clothes, whether it is this body is also given by Krishna, or money, or car, or any wealth that we have is given to us by Krishna. So, what do you mean by giving up material possession? Is not that you should just throw away all the money or give everything in charity and you have small children and there's nothing to eat at home. No, no. We are saying that even if you have wealth, we should be detached. Means we should not be too attached to that money. We should give that money for a good cause. We should see that we should use that money in service of Krishna. Now, that can be anything. Going to market and buying nice fruits and vegetables for Krishna so that we can make a nice bhoga. Or we can go to the temple and give that donation. We can, like we're having these classes, we can donate money for these classes. So that is what, if we are too attached to the money, ultimately money will not help us in any way. Yes, of course, it will make us live a comfortable life, but the quality that we are discussing is that we should not, such a person, such a devotee is not attached to the material possessions. He does not have any material possessions. So, is this quality clear? Many videos are off, so I don't know if people have understood or not understood. If it is possible, people can switch on their videos and I can see their reactions. And Saurabh is asking, I don't know whether uh, people are understanding or not. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, is it clear what is the meaning of giving up material possessions?
Yeah, yeah, Mataji, yes, everybody is saying yes, yes, it is clear. They have
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, so let's move on to the next quality. It is said that a devotee is such a person performs welfare work for everyone. So in this, we have the such a wonderful example of Srila Prabhupada. Because we learn from his story, life story, that how at such an age of 70, when people are thinking of leading a comfortable life, Prabhupada left everything and he went to America, and because he wanted to spread Krishna consciousness. He knew his guru has told that, his guru said that your English is very good. Why don't you go out of India and preach? So Prabhupada went and he faced so many difficulties. So while even he was traveling in the ship, he had two heart attacks. He just had 40 rupees in his pocket. He had no place to live, nothing to eat. He did not know, where will I go, where will I live, what will I eat. Or so many of us who are young, we can't think of doing such a thing. It is very difficult to think that, I will leave everything, go to a place which I have no knowledge about, And why did he do that? Because he wanted to, you know, follow the orders of his guru. So we are discussing the quality of this devotee of a, 26 qualities we are discussing. And in that, one of the qualities is that such a person performs welfare work for everybody. And what is the welfare work? It is spreading Krishna consciousness. So why Krishna consciousness is called welfare work? You can give food and cloth also in welfare work. Why Krishna consciousness is called welfare work? Who can tell? What is special about Krishna consciousness that it is called welfare work? Yeah, I want to know why it is called welfare work.
So Shilpa Mataji says that we are spreading we are spreading Krishna name, we are spreading awareness.
Okay, why? My question is why?
No, sorry. Mataji, what is the question again?
My question is that, see, we are discussing the quality of welfare work. Such a devotee does welfare work for everybody. And the welfare work mentioned here is spreading Krishna consciousness. So why how Krishna consciousness is welfare work? Somebody can do charity, give money, give food and clothes also, no? Why Krishna consciousness is welfare work? How and why? Anyone, anything one can answer. You can
Sorry,
raise your
Mataji, a lot
hand.
of people.
Okay. So we'll see Hemant. Shilpa last time also answered. Okay, yes, Hemant.
So Mataji, the benefits compared to doing clothes and food, and the benefits of doing Krishna conscious welfare work, which helps somebody uh, detach themselves and find, uh, connect with Krishna. So I think there could be
Yeah,
many
very
other things
close.
also,
Very
but yeah,
close,
this
very
is what I
close.
think.
Yeah, very good. Very partial answer, yes. It makes us come close to Krishna and makes us detached. Yes, something else is there. Says something more is there. Yes, Sanjay Prabhu.
I resigned from my office, Mataji, in August.
No,
I
no,
worked
we
for
are discussing something else. We are discussing something else. We'll come back to that later on when we're doing question answer. I'm asking one question: how Krishna consciousness is uh, a welfare activity? Okay. So we'll see from Vaishali. Yeah,
So, Mataji, so as Hemant mentioned, what was missing is I think this is essential, right? Spreading
yeah,
the name, spreading the name,
correct.
spreading that
Yeah.
consciousness around
What
as
happens when you spread the name? What happens? Of course, the one is that you come closer to Krishna, you love Krishna. What else? A very important thing is missing. Okay, we won't have time so much for guess game. Okay, the answer is you can all put your
but then
hands
there are
down.
other people also raising their hands.
Yeah,
There is
Sanjay Prabhu is there,
Nirmal Prabhu
and
also, and there
Nirmal
is
is there.
Meena Mataji also. There are people who are raising hand.
Okay,
Akshita
okay,
also. They're saying, give them the, give them the magic of chanting, Mataji.
okay. What will happen? What will happen for giving the magic of chanting? Okay. What will happen? Nirmal Prabhu can tell.
So this is my thoughts, Mataji. So Mataji, this is like, ah. So earlier when Prabhupada, he used to give all the food to the people in US, right? Who used to do drugs and all these hippie
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And when they gave all the negativity or all, then it moved just from the prasadam,
Sad.
from the
Okay,
bhoga,
yeah.
from prasadam. Maybe people then changed and they started thriving in Krishna consciousness.
Right,
Maybe.
right. Wonderful. So that is also a good answer. Okay, so let me just tell what is actually why Krishna consciousness is the most topmost welfare activity is. Of course, all of you gave very good answers. Hemant was there, Vaishali was there, Nirmal was there. Uh, but I think the above most important point is that Krishna consciousness, you call it the topmost welfare activities because when you are bringing somebody close to Krishna, when you are uh, telling about Krishna, preaching about Krishna, that person who is new to Krishna consciousness, he gets a chance to get free from the cycle of birth and death. See, when you are distributing clothes, when you are distributing money, you cannot free somebody from birth and death cycle. Can you? Tell me, can you free that person if you go to charity and you just distribute food or clothes? But when you are giving Krishna consciousness, you are taking that person one step close to Krishna. And when you take one step close to Krishna, then that person has a chance to become free from the cycle of birth and death. So that is why it is the topmost welfare activity. So everybody will remember it now. I think nobody will forget this. Why Krishna consciousness is topmost activity. So we see that how, thank you everybody for participating, for giving answers. Those whose hands are up, we can take your points later, after the class. So thank you. I'll come back to you. Okay, so this person, we were talking about how Prabhupada went there and, He spread Krishna consciousness, and then we see that so many people became devotees, and so many became would have got delivered from this cycle of birth and death. And actually, you all are very, very lucky that you have taken birth in India, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that you are very lucky if you got birth in India, because all this Vedic knowledge, all or everything came from India only. And when Prabhupada came, he spread that Vedic knowledge out of India. He sacrificed so many years of his life, went through so many difficulties. So all of you, in some way, should try to spread Krishna consciousness to the other people. Why? Because like you all are slowly moving towards Krishna. You all are slowly trying that, no, I don't want to take birth again. I want to become free from cycle of birth and death. Similarly, if you give Krishna consciousness to others, they will also get a chance to stop this life and birth cycle. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes, yes,
fine.
Mataji. Yes.
Okay, so we move on to the next quality, and that is this person is very peaceful. Okay, so we learn from Bhagavad Gita 5.29 what is the meaning of being peaceful. So 5.29, Krishna has given us a formula. Bhagavad Gita 5.29, Krishna has given us a formula for peace. Hmm? And what is that formula? Let's learn that. So it is said in Bhagavad Gita that whatever work we do, it is actually, we should offer it to Krishna. We should not think that, oh, I am enjoying it, because we come from Krishna. We are his, it is said that we are parts of Krishna. So, instead of thinking, oh, I did this and I'm not happy doing this, or I did this, or I'm feeling very happy doing this. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is said you give all the results. Whatever happens in your life, good or bad, you say, I give it to Krishna. I give that result to Krishna. Giving the result means I, Krishna told me, your duty is to go and to office and work, get some money and use it in Krishna consciousness. Now, some days can be very good, some days can be very bad, but we should not focus on good and bad. We should just simply do our duty, because good and bad will keep on coming in our life. We should not get disturbed by, when we are very happy, we are jumping. When we are very sad, we are very sad. So Krishna says, you give all the results to me. And when we see life in that way, that yeah, Krishna will take care of me, then automatically we become very peaceful. Secondly, we see that Krishna is the owner, whether it is uh, whether it is we, or our land, or our country, or the planets. Everything is owned by Krishna. It is not mine. So why people are worried? Because, oh my God, I bought a house, and somebody will, what will happen to my house when I die? What will happen to my bank balance? So such a person can never be peaceful. But when you think, okay, I have this, but this is all Krishna's money, this Krishna's property. When you think like that, again, your heart, your mind becomes peaceful. And lastly, we feel that if we see that Krishna is a friend of everybody, whatever he does is for our good. My duty is just to serve him. My duty is just to make him happy. So automatically we will become peaceful. So that is why this devotee who has this wonderful quality that he is peaceful is because he has accepted Krishna as everything. He's accepted that yes, Krishna will take care. I am not worried whether it is my money or job. Krishna will take care. My job is just I will do my duty. You do your duty and don't worry about the result. If it is good, very nice. If it is bad, they're also very nice. Be happy in all situations. Be peaceful in all situations. Okay? And the last quality is such a person is fully surrendered to Krishna. Again, in the same way, surrender means that Krishna will take care of me. Full faith, complete faith. So, like Mahaprabhu taught us that how even if we have money, we should not be attached. Mahaprabhu taught us who we are. We are souls. And our duty is to always serve Krishna. So that is surrender. So if we chant and if we think that whatever is Krishna is doing is for my best, that's all. You don't need anything else. Okay, so that completes our all four qualities for today. We'll take a short break, and if you have any questions, you can raise your hands. And my request is to please you keep your questions short so that we can answer more questions. Okay, let's chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Is any questions? Yes, Akshu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So, so I was just clarifying the question, Mataji.
Yes.
Okay, so she had said that when you were answering, no, so Mataji, when you had answered the question that giving food or giving clothes might be good forms of charity and help, but spreading Krishna's name is like the top kind of uh,
Charity.
charity. And
Right.
so Akshu was saying 95%, 98%, what was it, confusion? And then she said going towards Krishna or giving Krishna's name to people so that people have an opportunity to, open their minds and hearts to Krishna is the
Right.
perfect answer, right? So because
Right.
I
Right.
was saying when you had asked the question, people were answering like Hemant Prabhuji answered, then Nirmal Prabhuji, Vaishali all answered. So what I as an interpreter said 95% correct, 98% correct, because you had something and missing. So
Right.
that's
Right.
why I
Correct.
think the
Correct.
percentage Akshu was confused, 95% or 98% confused. So I
Oh,
said,
okay. Well, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
To some extent, their answers were correct. Yes. She's right. Her understanding is correct. And you also translated correct that they were quite close. They were quite close. But the topmost answer is we want everybody to become free from cycle of birth and death. That is why we push people to bring Krishna, to get Krishna consciousness.
so I think Akshu Mataji is facing some internet issues. And she
Okay.
says that when I was signing,
Okay.
I think Akshu's internet is a problem. I had signed it, everybody saw it, it was clear. And
Oh,
she's
okay.
facing some errors. So she was like, your answer I couldn't understand. Could you go back and repeat a little bit?
Acha. Okay. Me, huh?
And Vaishali was, to basically you, right? She
Okay.
said the
Okay.
interpreter can repeat, but Anutama Mataji can say, and Vaishali is
Okay.
saying that she can see the recording on YouTube later.
Yeah, she can. But anyways, it's a short thing. So my question was that we were saying that how Prabhupada was doing welfare activity at that prime age of 70 when people he should be retiring. He went back. He went to US and he had two heart attacks and he had nothing to eat, no place to stay. Yet he went there to follow the instructions of his guru because people out of India were not aware who Krishna is. And Prabhupada wanted everybody to become Krishna conscious. So that is why I asked the question why Krishna consciousness is topmost activity, topmost charity. So that is why people were giving different answers. And the top answer was that because we want everybody to become free from cycle of birth and death, and that is the topmost charity, giving Krishna consciousness to everybody. So clear? Hare Krishna. Thank you for your question, Akshu. Okay, Pushpender.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
Namaste.
Krishna.
I was just requesting if you could come closer, but you can. But okay. It's talking about offerings to Krishna Mataji.
Okay.
If when we are giving the bhoga, after 2 hours, we can take that prasadam and we can eat it. We can give it to our cows, etc. Also, right?
Why 2 hours? We just
Huh?
keep the plate there for 5 minutes maximum, and then we pick it up and we give it to everybody. Yes, of course. Why not? Cows also. Yes, you can give it to cows also, birds, crows, family members, friends. You can give it to everybody.
Hmm. Mataji, so when the cows are cold, can we like cover
Uh-huh.
them with a blanket or something like that?
Please, yeah, why not? They are your family. You can give them proper shelter and give them proper clothings. Please do. They'll also feel so happy and nice and warm. Hare Krishna.
So Mataji, so the kind of blanket or something we are putting on the cow for after 1, 2, 3 days, it becomes a little dirty. So we should then wash it and then dry it and then put it, right? It's good
Yeah,
thing to wash it
why?
every two,
Yeah,
three days.
why give? You should not give wet clothes. Already it is getting cold, so you should nicely dry it, wash it, and that's sweet of you to think that it gets dirty and you should give them clean clothings. That's very nice thought. So yes, you can wash them, dry them nicely in the sun, and then give them fresh blankets. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Hemant.
Hemant says his question is,
No, no,
time is
we
also
have time.
finishing.
We have 2 minutes.
Mataji, it might be something different also away from the topic. So might
So
maybe, yeah.
let me know the questions. But what is the question?
It's not related to the topic, Mataji. It's related to Bhagavad Gita, some other thing. So it is something different from today's lecture.
Okay,
But then there are other people also who have raised their hand, Mataji. You could take them.
okay, fine, fine. Actually, the question he had asked in the chat, no, that question I wanted to explain with the help of an interpreter because I'm finding it a little difficult to explain it on chat. Like he was asking about Sanatan Dharma, and I am not able to make him understand on chat. So probably some other day I will try to see we can explain to you with the help of an interpreter. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. You can take questions related to,
Okay.
there's somebody called Bhagavati.
Yeah, yeah, I've spotlighted it.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I have, so mornings when we chant, we cleanse, we bathe. After that, we chant. I mean, we
Yeah, so
basically do our daily cleansing and then we chant, right? Or basically, after we go to other restroom, brush ourselves, cleanse ourselves, After that, we can chant, or we must bathe before
No, no,
chanting.
you can chant without bathing also. It is nice to bathe and chant. Your body gets fresh, your mind gets fresh. But that's okay. You can just free yourself. You brush your teeth and clean your hands. Sit in a clean place and chant. So, I mean, it is optional.
It's very cold, Mataji. That's why. Yeah, it's very cold here, so that's why that's a problem. I would still do
Yeah.
the morning cleansing and then do the chanting.
Yeah. Once the sun is up, you can take a bath and, you can. Yeah, but nobody should avoid taking a bath. Even if it is winters, we all must take bath. Okay. Yeah, you can delay it. You can make it little late. And, but yeah, being devotees means you should never miss taking a bath. But you can wait for some time, let the sun come up, and but you should not skip taking a bath.
Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
All right, fine. I don't see any more hands now. So thank you so much, and see you next week. We'll be on 60th lesson, 60th class of Bhakti Vriksha. So please do watch recordings and don't miss the recordings. I I try to send it as soon as possible, but in case I get late, do watch and do forward and share with other people also. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, Saurav. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bye bye. Thank you.